Alright, so last time we finished up just about getting the majority of the things in this level kind of base coded, not really detailed. So, besides getting the officers painted today, I will be working, or at least this video, I should say, I will be working on that. So, hey, welcome to Dreadnought Redux Part 37, and, not sure if I like putting the YouTube dance in front of everything like everybody else does, or wait until the end and, doing a whole song and dance then. And, yeah, now it's in everybody's head, but, like, share, subscribe, hooray! Alright, enough of my mocking the platform itself and hoping that that'll get me more viewership. Thank you, 16 subscribers, by the way. And with that said, let's get cracking, shall we? And cracking we get. So, this is more me digging out some of the pieces again. I think I had a little thing I had to build in between some modeling sessions. So I've gone ahead now and I'm putting in some people. I think I painted that guy up before putting him in. That's actually a technique I'm going to use a lot more extensively on the next set of decks I do. The way I figure that'll make doing the full proper painting and everything much easier, much more, allow me to get much more detail, etc. And now you're seeing me do things a little differently in terms of the filming. I actually did a lot of zoomed in shots for this video. Feel free, do tell me if you like that, by the way. If you like it zoomed in like this, I'll try to do that more often. The thing I don't like is that I end up seeing my fingers getting in the way, but, Christmas is coming. ... Could always get more cameras, film from different angles. So when you see me kind of pausing like that for a long while, it's either I'm getting some pieces or getting some paint and trying to work with it. But here I am, I'm putting the, gray on the walls, and then eventually you're going to see me start to dry brush, that's actually covering up some stains first on the floor. Trying to match the paint on the floor the best I can. There we go, I think, there we go. So what I'm doing there is dry brushing the various wooden shelves and stuff, and I think that adds a good weathered look to everything, as well as brings out highlights. I like dry brushing because of that kind of weathered, I think, gritty look. I know it's not as nice as wet blending, which is something I have a lot of trouble with unless I'm using oil paint. But, yeah. So, other than that, then you'll see me start dry brushing the floor, trying to create kind of wear paths of where people walked a lot. And then maybe patching up a thing or two, adding some details like, the heads being a different color than the rest of the body. Okay, there you see me doing some work with oil paint to try and do the fine details because it dries slower. And I gotta say, the slower drying oil paint is a real benefit. I'm starting to really like oil paints, actually. I'm probably gonna start using them a lot more often. Alright, so I think that's about done for this level. It's a little harder than I'd have liked. It's got to be because at this time I've spent not modeling this week and instead learning how to, finagle the kids' medical devices, shall we say. Anyways, this I think looks reasonably good, though. Got the guy looking at something. Got the guys, moving things, and yeah, it looks pretty good from here. Probably looks great on your side of the screen. ... But yeah, so that goes up in here now. And on to the next thing, which is... Where is it? Here we are. So here I got some storeroom, some shell bins, and the torpedo room. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, see if I can't do everything up nice. And, Alright. Well, enough of me mumbling on. I presume you're going to want me to do the model now, huh? Well, wish granted. So here's the torpedo room and some associated stores as well as a part of the magazine. So there I paint the walls the gray again. Trying to do the best I can to, get that color difference first. And after I get those walls good and gray, it takes a few coats. I try to paint thin if I can to eliminate brush strokes. And then I go ahead, and after that I may do a little bit of touch-up. I also do, there we go, now I'm doing all the little shelves or all the little boxes, the darker wood color. As you can see, there's that. One of those storerooms has a guy with a shelf. You might see me paint that next, or I might paint something. Oh, okay, looks like I skipped the shelf a bit and go to the torpedo room. So those are the torpedo tubes. I'm not sure how they really looked. I figured, probably some kind of instrument panel of sorts, and then, some other bits about it. I painted torpedo too. I also made a little, cart for it. And then I get back to painting some of the walls gray again, just to touch them up. And yeah, so this is a lot of me just painting different colors using, again, small brush, watered down paint, and multiple coats. That little high-pitched whine you hear is actually, my daughter. My wife's up too, and she's with the daughter, so sometimes she'll get upset with little things and it really means nothing. That could also be her happy. You might hear that. Yeah, I'm recording. I usually record this late at night when everyone's asleep, but I've figured for a change of pace I'd record this in the morning before I started working. So here I go. I paint the various powder boxes and shell bins in this part of the magazine. Again, this one I had to take some artistic license with for the that room design, just because again of all those aforementioned issues with scaling and not accounting for wall thicknesses and so on and so forth. Things I can hopefully handle a little better on the Bismarck build. Being that it's 1/200th scale, I should definitely be able to get at least some facsimile of all the little rooms in. Knock on wood. So there you just saw me give a gold head to that torpedo that they're loading. And you'll see me do a bit of touch up on all these little paints. Then, yep, zoom in from a different angle, and yep, I guess this is where I'm doing some paints, adjusting of paints. Yep, there I go, correcting the little bits of overflow onto the floor from various details. And then I think here is where I try to get dry brushing again to put wear paths on the, oh, nope, doing some little white stripes and highlights first. Yes, that's nice. So yeah, I do that, and then I do the dry brushing of the various bits that make it look worn and gritty. And then instead of the green, I do brown in this level for whatever reason. So yeah, here we go. So yep, then doing some stripes on everybody. This might have actually been with the regular acrylic, although I thought I just saw the oil thinner brush just wing by, so that might have been it too. So yeah, paint the stripes on everybody, and then of course cover up the white or try to remove it by using the brush when it's been cleaned with the appropriate thinner. And then just a bit more touch up, and then I think I add the heads after this for just little blotches of a kind of skin tone, and then that is me done with this particular deck section. Alrighty, so as you can see there, I've got this room's pretty well done. I put some wear onto the paths of the floor where people would walk. I did it in brown this time, just to, I guess, make things go a little faster. There's a torpedo being loaded, and all these guys happen to have just that slightly elevated rank I've given with the kind of, I guess, I'm not sure what it is, with that neck area white stripe, and then the hand stripes. So yeah, there we are. So then that is one done, and I think one more to go. Where'd it go? There we go. Alright, last one of this section, and then we're done. Not sure if I should have any people down here or not. Maybe not, think of it like the dungeon or something. Guess that worked pretty good with me. Alright. Well, I am going to get to that, but for me that's tomorrow, rather than for you it's going to be in the next, instant. It was in the next instant. And so during last night, I had a couple thoughts, and this morning I ended up fleshing out a few for more entries to our favorite list, I guess. Cue the Swiss cheese Bismarck icon, bulkhead doors, regular doors, windows, porthole covers, beds, lockers, ladders, and stairs. Okay, So there's that for you. Now we're up to 52 things. Yep, so here I am painting. Now you can see the whole shop view. Just guess it gives you a good comparison from when I was zoomed in earlier. But yeah, so there I am. What I did is for the bearing blocks of the propeller shafts, I guess I can call them that, I painted those gold or more of a bronzish color. Also, then I painted them silver. I painted actually painted the shelves that were in that storage thing gray to kind of signify different kind of storage. Not sure if you'd want those wooden shelves right next to rotating propeller shafts. I have my doubts. But going along there, here we are zoomed in now, so you can see everything. The place where I put the gold, the place where I put in the white for the shell bins, and eventually you'll see me paint those storage shelves gray, as well as do some touch up on the gold for the bearing blocks and all that other stuff. So there we go. Yep. And you'll even see me this time dragging some bits of oil paint around to try to create a oily wear effect on the floor. And I think I did just following the propeller shafts, and I think I did a pretty good job. I actually tried to do it, with oil drops right next to all the bearing block bits, as you'll see in a moment. And I thought, oh, yep, there we go. And redoing a lot of those just to make those kind of fit in better and look more appropriate. And I don't put any people in this level. That's probably a good thing, because then, it's been really hard to get done. And, alright, is that, nope, that's me just doing some dry brushing there. Getting the highlights right. Before finally, eventually, in the last, instant of this time-lapsey bit, you should be seeing me put in the oil drops. And then, yep. And then, as you see, dragging them out with the slightly unmoistened brush. And here now is the end of this video.
Alrighty. Well, a moment we have all waited very patiently for. Time to put these into this section of the hull and move on down the line. Alrighty. Let's see here. Actually, holds pretty good. Okay. Come on. Can't move without propeller shafts. Come on. Oh, there we go. Oh, it didn't even nick everything up. Good. Okay, next. Alright, so there's the propeller shafts. This has some storage in the torpedo rooms. There we go. Next up is hydraulic machinery, dynamos, and a whole heck of a lot more storage. There we go. This has had some magazine stuff, and actually a couple mess areas, I believe. Which again, I've done with bunks and stuff, because I saw some information that suggested to me that there was, the possibility that was part of their function, that they served as eating and resting spaces. Last but not least, more restrooms, a kitchen, and now if I can just tap this a bit to try to even it out as best as possible. Once again, we have that problem. At least I know the cause of it now. Not that I'm liable to do anything about it, but now I know the cause. There we go. So, that is a beautiful look, honestly. I wish that it was laying lower so I could, put it all on. But it's looking like I'm just going to have to remove this upper deck. Maybe I'll make a kind of display case for it that shows all. That's actually a really good idea. I mean, it's nice that they all fit in. But it really only would only work if the results were that it all fit in like this deck here. So, oh well, sad face. Okay, but enough of my self-pity. I have another deck compartment to generate. That means I got a video to edit and I got some pictures to take. All right, so without further ado, then I'm Rich. This is my Dreadnought, I think it's 37 we're on. I can check this. Hold on. Do we have an internet connection? I do. Let's see. I think it's Dreadnought Part 37. Yes, it is. Dreadnought Redux Part 37. And... okay. And if you watch this, thank you for watching. And, well, I'm going to go ahead and prepare a slew of photos. But, yeah, time for the YouTube dance. Like, share, subscribe, hooray! Alright, take care, everybody. Peace out.